Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, B Funk, thinking right out here in the lab where I do what I do for you. Got a nice lesson for you today. Some might feel different, but you know how I do. Let's rock. Rightism, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's a message in the story for life. I give life lessons. You tune in to receiving them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right Thinkers mission, and that's what I'm on, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right Thinkers way of life through mental and spiritual discipline, practice daily, will help and guide you to obtain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. You see where I'm going with this? So the question I ask, do you know you? It's rhetorical, but if you don't have the answer for yourself, tune in. I can help you with that. That's what I do for you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believes and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself and to my eye, be true. Right thinkers. Not because I am one, but let's talk about the noblest profession I know is teaching slash parenting. I just put the parenting side on the back because I just did some more studying. And usually I got it scripted because when I'm thinking of the concept, the time I script it out, write it down. But since I've done it, I'm looking at it. I got a few things I might want to go off script. So it's going to get to a point here where I might go off on a tangent about parenting or teaching. So bear with me because it gets personal. Yeah, on both sides. Now, let's talk about it. I think teaching is one of the most noblest professions because coming up, I learned from my teachers and I respect them for teaching me. But I also always respected all my teachers, but I respected my parents more. I respected my teachers in school. Yeah, why? Because they gave me knowledge and skills that still serve me to this day, and I respect them for that. That's their job. Okay, understand that. Parents, our job is to prepare them so they can be ready to learn from the teacher. My parents told me, respect the teacher as if it was me. Uh-oh. So that helped me along the way. But if if the education system taught the truth to our young people, but we know that ain't happened, but things would be a lot better. That's all. But we already know that's already set in stone by them. So we, as a people, should put aside our education system that suits us. They call it Black History Month. No, we should teach our black people Black history every day. Moving on, that Juneteenth nonsense. And understand this. Our ancients education system taught self knowledge. Know thyself. Self respect. Show respect. Have respect for yourself. Integrity. These are all moral qualities that you can practice and you master to make you a good person. See where I'm going with this? This is why, and they practice what? For all. They had show respect for all people. This is why when we didn't have armies, we didn't have no defense mechanism. Why? Because we wasn't those kind of people. But when we lived in spiritual harmony amongst each other as a people for thousands of years, never been duplicated since. Moving on. But in understanding, here we're our parents. Yes, I'm saying parents. We're not born to one parent. But a lot of us been raised by what? Single parent. That's just not fair. Here's why I might go off the rails. Because I got a serious problem with that. I said parents, not a single parent. Mothers, the females, raising men. I say children, but men alone. She didn't have that young man alone. Men, as a man, if you put that thing and drop a seed there, you are obligated to take care of it. A lot of that didn't happen, so the women get left holding the bag. But that's just wrong, wrong, wrong. And they institute what? Single parenting. That means the woman got to raise kids by herself. That's not good. But we took that to mean as normal. That's why I get a little frustrated. It's not normal. And you wonder, well, why? What's wrong with these young men today? What's wrong? Did lesson that a long time ago. But my point here is the women, y'all do a great job, but you shouldn't have to do double duty. I have no problem with y'all being mother and great job, but don't claim to be mother and a father. Sorry. And y'all take that person. Why? As a single parent, I raised my son because I wanted him to be with me so I can give him the things he needed. Me and his mother didn't have a problem with that at all. So she didn't take me downtown. She didn't have me paying child support. She acquiesced. We raised a fine young man. So I can tell you from experience, I got another cat that I pay child support. Moving on. Need I say more? That money don't substitute the father. Trust me. Trust me. And stepdads, I respect y'all, but you can't abuse and disrespect another man's child. Respect it, treat it as if it's yours, or leave it alone. Moving on, enough of that. I go too far, I just start going the wrong way. But let's get back to this lesson about teaching, because that starts at home first. Again, that's why I keep telling you. And the mother, y'all should not be double duty having. Let me get past that. I got caught up in that one. Yeah, but he hit me. I'm tired of having single parent household. Y'all think that's normal. It's not. Until you can start having a baby by yourself, stop with the single household being normal, please. Teachers and parents are what? The future table setters. With them working together. I remember PTA. I went to every PTA meeting my kid ever had in school. Why? All children have parents. Well, they were born to parents, but most of them get raised by one. They come together and made life for the pleasures of what they're doing, but they won't come together to make life, excuse me, but they won't come together to raise it. That is sad as a people. Stop blaming somebody else for that. We got no problem with none of that. It's us with that deal. When I was coming up, babies having babies. Young girls get pregnant, they ship it out south with the family, so nobody knows her down there. She come in, she get pregnant, or she have the baby move, come back up north. All of a sudden, that's her brother. That's all. Again, moving on. I can't even go there. I'm so annoyed with that nonsense. But we do a whole bunch of stuff that's not good for us as a people and put the blame somewhere else instead of taking responsibility for it. That's my point. Start getting better at raising our children. That ain't gonna happen. Why? You can't discipline them more, so they're gonna run wild. Moving on. I can only speak from my own, and I always do, experience in life. I can only speak from those, and that's what I speak from every time I'm speaking. I'm speaking from my experience. I can't imagine not having both parents. My mother's my mother, always been. She didn't have to be my father. My father was my father. He'd have to be my mother. See, I'm going with this. So yeah, I got it from both sides, and they work perfect. Why? Because for the common good, they're gonna do what they're supposed to do as parents. Men, again, I get off tangent. I don't want to go that far. It get personal. Why? I'm seeing a whole bunch of stuff that we just been generation after generation, single parent household. That's just not good. Okay, moving on. I was a father. Wait a minute, no, let me go back. all parents, is the second one. I can only speak from my experience. Okay. I can't imagine not having a mother and a father. I wasn't a father, aka a sperm donor. No. I was a dad. Okay. I was there when he came out. Okay. I saw him first. And when I saw that he had little dingleberries, I was, okay, I got this. Why? It's my job now to get him to be the man he need to be. Why? Under my tutelage, I think I can do that. And no court had to make me accountable for that. The rest of them did. That didn't work. It never do. Trust me, women understand that. I was a dad. And like I had, and guess what? Now he's a dad. I got 3 grandsons who know their dad, love their dad, and being raised by their father with the mother. Okay, but still, job done. As a man, be responsible for what's yours. If we have more of that, we have less bad men running around here doing all this nonsense they're doing. Moving on. I taught my son, okay, what a dad's job was. Why? By just doing it myself for him. He said, I'm not going to leave my son to be raised by somebody else, Dad. I said, but man, I would expect nothing less. And he got the message. Why? That's what he's doing. So if you have a man figure, father figure, you don't have to be with your mother. Just have somebody there who knows, cares about you, and take care of you when you need them. That's what parenting is, and teaching them simple. And the school system today, the education system, who teach your child, the parent job is what? To prepare your child to be taught by the teachers. A lot of kids go to school, don't know how to sit, be acquiesced to sit. No, they just go there and run wild. Why? Because they do that at home. Simple. Moving on. But we didn't have all that. We didn't have them problems. But if we just learn and start teaching what? The truth. Teach the truth to our young. Not what you believe or what you feel. That's what you call leading them on. I don't want to lead my kids down that road. I went, no, I'm trying to teach them to go down the road for themselves. Walk alone if you have to. Don't follow the crowd. Moving on. And I gave my children the best of me, what I had at that time in my life, which I knew what? I want to be a good parent. I want to be truthful with my kids. So that's what I did. Simple as that. And the truth, put them where they need to be right now. What's this? I was the teacher of life lessons. I gave them life lessons. I didn't teach them ABC. No, that school did that. I kept them understanding and inspired and motivating them to be their best selves. Okay, conduct yourself, act like you got some sense, show respect to your elders. Those are qualities that I grew up with. What happened to them? And if you didn't do what you're supposed to do, oh, you will get punished. Oh, I'm going to reward you for the good. Yes, I am. Trust me. But if you think I'm going to cut the slack on punishing, you wrong as 2 left shoes. And all my kids will tell you that. Grands and all. Okay. I don't go for being disrespected by no child. And I get on life lessons to my children, and being educated, getting education was very important. Failure was not an option in my household as far as going to school with bad grades. No, we ain't having none of that. And I have now 2 college graduates. 3. Okay, it's a compliment. Okay, who what? Thank me for what? My teachings. Them what? Life lessons. They got the education in school. I gave them life lessons that helped them get through it. My daughter called me Papa Smurf. If she need a problem solved, she calling me. Why? If she can't handle it, she can call somebody who can help her. That's my job as a parent. That's what we do. Even if they get grown, you still be there for them. Why? You're supposed to show them because you're doing it. Simple. All right. Now, what I see, when I see my children, especially my son, and I see the good part of me in them. Why? That's what I instilled in them. That's the part that I see in them. The rest is on them. And I'm liking what they did with the rest. Graduated from college, got the degree, doing them in life. I love seeing that as a parent. As a teacher, that's my students. Look at them. They flourishing and they got mastery of themselves first, and they got other college degrees to go with it. That's a beautiful thing. Moving on. Remember, back in the day when we had the PTA, Parent Teacher Association, or, I didn't miss none of that. Why? I wanted to know the teacher. I wanted to know what kind of person she was. I want to know what she thought about my child and what you were teaching. So I was always involved in their life. As a parent, ain't that Now, no, I grew up. My son played AAU basketball, did all the stuff after school activities. I would pile all them kids up in my car. I had 9 kids in my car. Why? I'm picking up wherever we got to go. Let's go. Pile up in there. Get back. I don't care. But that's how involved I was in my son's life and other young men who I helped raise what? Life lessons. You all get an earful. In my car, oh, you get an earful. You might smell like weed, but you get an earful. No. And I love my son for a whole lot of reasons. But I never forget when he was in high school, I was trying to move off in the morning. I would pick him and a couple other kids up, dropping them off at St. Benedict's. At that time, I was a weed smoker. I didn't care. I was doing my thing. And the kids in high school swore that he smoked weed because he smelled like weed. He never turned the old man in. I never forgot that. He took it for his old man. He didn't care what they said. He know he wasn't smoking, but he gonna tell his old man in. Love you, dude. That's what it's all about. That's parenting. But teaching is also part of that. When you go to PTA meetings, you work with the teacher to educate your child. And if you got 20 kids, 25 kids back in the day in the room, and you only get 2 or 3 parents at PTA meeting, you got a bunch of kids that's going to be in there wilding. So, again, teachers don't get the respect that they should. Teaching is not leading. No. Teaching is teachers teach so that you can what? Lead yourself, give you individuality, give you knowledge, like I said, skills to understand and some to pay the bills if you learn and acquire and articulate them. I didn't like being led, never did, a certain way. So I did not lead my children in any shape, form, or fashion except to be your own person. That's it. That's it. Be you. Be the best you can be. My mom told me if you was a street sweeper, be the best street sweeper you can be. She used another word, but I'm being nice. But that's old school. They didn't cut corners. They didn't care about being politically correct. Okay, if you're gonna shovel shit, be the best shit shovel you can be. Whoa, I got the point, but I don't know if I'm gonna be with them shovelers. So, but I got the point. You feel me? So moving on. Yeah, I taught my children to be leaders of what themselves by what knowing themselves, to be who they are, understand who they are, and don't let nobody sway you, manipulate you, or coerce you to be anything other than who you are. They took that lesson well, and I will teach or tutor anyone who wants to learn what my right thing of philosophy. Man, listen, I love teaching. That's what I do. If you can teach someone something that's going to help them to be them best selves, aka know themselves, that's noble. That's a noble act. Now I do it on a daily basis. I'm here for you every day. Okay, that's my thing. And understand this. Wrapping it up again. I appreciate you tuning in. Hope you get the lesson. I teach you to be what? Master, aka leader of self. We call it know thyself. That's why ancients taught everybody, not just a few people who wanted. No, it was lottie dotted everybody. Okay, today too much hidden, too much secrecy, too much BS. But we're in the information age. So you got to have the discernment and the wherewithal to know who to follow, who to listen to. Because all information ain't good information. I'm just saying. And understand this. I teach you to be a master of self, aka know thyself. They tell, they tell you knowledge is power. But what they don't tell you, but it's only powerful if you get what? Their knowledge. You got degrees from Harvard and Yale and all that good stuff. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. You don't get those from the streets. You don't get those from putting in your own work and okay, self-made. They don't offer degrees for that. So that knowledge that I got didn't come from them. They know that. So power ain't in the knowledge. No, no, no. Power is in what? Using said knowledge. There we go. Right thing of philosophy. It gives you self-knowledge. Like Red Bull gives you wings. Right thing of philosophy gives you self-knowledge that what you can manifest and what better yourself. That's all I got for you. Information that's gonna help you do just that. I don't offer to tell you I got anything else other than that. Before I get started, I'll let you know what I do is for you. Moving on. I am the leader of me, number one. All others I what? I teach them so that what? they can be leader of themselves, aka know thyself. Closing out, again, appreciate you tuning in. A good teacher, like a good leader, teach by example. That's nobility. That's why I do what I do for you. And that's the lesson. And I'm out. And in closing, right thinkers, may you all live to be 100 and me 100 minus a day. So I never know that right thinkers like you have passed away. I'll be back.